Welcome back, it's Nine, and today I have another big PlayStation 5 video for you guys. We're talking about Project Athia, Gran Turismo 7, and we're discussing Killzone. Now, there's a lot to go over in this video. I mean, it's all about games, and that's kind of the most important thing when it comes to, a gaming console. Really, that's what we're here for. Now, before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now, let's get right into this, and we're starting with this article that comes from PSU.com. Title of this article is Ambitious PS5 RPG Project Athia is exclusive to Sony's console for at least 2 years. Now it says Square Enix's mysterious upcoming massive PS5 RPG Project Athia is set to be exclusive to PS5 for at least 24 months, according to a new advert released by Sony. The game will also be on PC. Now, obviously, we have a lot of exclusives coming up these days where it's on one platform and includes PC every time. And this seems to just be another case like this. And now, is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I think it's fine. Their real competition doesn't seem to be the PC platform. They're looking more to compete with, Xbox and whoever else is in that gaming space. But when it comes to PC, it seems like everybody just doesn't care. They just put their games on PC with the exception of Nintendo. 2 years is a long time, guys. This 2 years is basically the relevance of the game is within the first year, really. Some might even say less time than that. So by the 2-year mark, I don't know that, anybody who really wants to play this game will have not already jumped on to the PlayStation platform to play this game, or even on PC. Now, we all know that Square Enix and Sony have a very good relationship, and they seem to have a lot of partnerships with games like Dragon Quest, with games like Final Fantasy, with games like clearly Project Athia. It's not anything new for us to see them working together in a partnership, and I'm sure we'll see more of that as time goes on, as they've always had a close partnership with Sony. And it makes sense. I think RPGs are the most popular on the PlayStation platform, so it makes sense that they would want to go for an exclusivity deal with Sony over Microsoft. Now, on to our next topic. We are going to discuss Gran Turismo 7. We haven't got an update about it up until now. We last heard that it was going to come out in the first half of 2021. That has changed. So this article comes from PSU.com, and it's titled Gran Turismo 7 Release Date Window No Longer Targeting First Half of 2021 Reveals PS5 Ad. So this is the same advertisement trailer that we got showing off a bunch of PlayStation titles. Now, Sony has updated its PS5 New Worlds to explore advertisement, which seemingly confirms that the Gran Turismo 7 release is no longer being lined up for the first half of 2021. Instead, it simply says the game is in development for PlayStation. So anyone who was very excited about getting that in the first half of 2021, unfortunately, it looks like, at least based on this, that's not going to happen. Now, is that the end of the world? Probably not. We have a lot of titles already coming out this year, and the year's not even done. And then the first half, I think we are anticipating quite a few games. We're waiting for Ratchet and Clank. We have Horizon. God of War is end of the year probably at best. So this game, it depends. I don't even know if we're going to see it in 2021, but is it necessary that we see it in 2021 now? I'm actually wondering about that, because it's crazy, right? Like, you got to think about it like this. We have Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and Returnal. They're coming out first half of 2021. We have Horizon Forbidden West. It's anticipated for second half of 2021. And then we have Gran Turismo in there and God of War. It seems like it's too many titles in 1 year. I feel like they could probably spread that out more. And I'm sure they could use the development time for Gran Turismo 7. I know it's been in development for a while, but at the same time, it makes sense to give them that extra time as needed, right? And it also makes sense to spread it out, because you don't want to release a whole ton of games within the first year, as your first party studios, and then you don't have much for the second year or the years after that, right? You want to spread it out so it makes sense, and that you always have something coming out within a short period of time. So this makes sense that Gran Turismo 7 would be pushed back, or we don't even know if we can confirm it's called pushback, because they technically never came out and announced that. Also, it could still be coming out in 2021. They've just removed that off of the trailer. I still think there's a lot happening for the PlayStation in 2021. I think there's a lot of games that are going to come out. So this doesn't necessarily bring down the hype for what is to come in 2021 for the PlayStation brand. Now, on to our last topic, which is all about Killzone. And I know some people out there have been dying for a Killzone game. They've been wondering, what's going on with Killzone? when are we going to see a Killzone game? Well, this article is going to address that, and this comes from PSU as well, and it's titled Killzone Given the Cold Shoulder by Sony as Worldwide Studio website has no mention of series. So if you're a fan of Killzone, this is probably some rough news that you're going to be hearing. Obviously, this is technically not a confirmation. We don't know for sure if they've given up on Killzone. There's still a lot of time for them to reveal something. Maybe they just don't plan on anything right now. But basically, Sony Worldwide Studios website mentions a number of developers and their respective franchises. There's Insomniac Games, and it lists the titles that they worked on: Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank. There's Sucker Punch, where they list Ghost of Tsushima and Infamous and Sly Cooper. And then there's Guerrilla Games, but they only mention Horizon Zero Dawn. There is no Killzone mention at all. It's completely absent. So it seems a little odd that they would kind of just make that absent from the whole thing. It definitely is a major title for them. I don't know why they wouldn't put it in there unless they're just trying to get away from that, which is a possibility. The last Killzone game that came out was Shadowfall, and this came out in November of 2013. So that was a long time ago, guys. We're in 2020, about to be 2021. So, you know, it's been a long time since they've released a game. It's been a long time since they've talked about it. And I think that that might not be changing anytime soon based on them addressing it, and they're not addressing it. They're not even mentioning Killzone at all. So it makes me wonder if we're actually going to see anything about Killzone pop up in the near future. And if it doesn't, I don't know if I'll be that upset about it. You know, I understand that there are a lot of people out here that really, really love Killzone. And I totally respect that. And I totally understand that you guys can be hyped about Killzone. You're excited about Killzone. And I can't say that I share that same sentiment. I really have never been able to get, I don't know, just grabbed by Killzone in general. I just feel like it's not that franchise for me. I didn't really enjoy it. I played all of them. And to be honest, all of them kind of were lackluster to me personally. I didn't think they were bad games, but they just weren't for me personally. It was not my cup of tea. And it is sad to see that maybe we won't get another one, at least for a long time. But again, you know, this doesn't actually technically mean anything. It just means they're not really advertising, hey, you know, Guerrilla made Killzone, right? Whereas with these other games, they are advertising it. And maybe that has to do with them technically being big successes. Like I know Infamous, Sly Cooper, Ghost of Tsushima was a big success. And Killzone Shadowfall was not a big success in terms of reviews, right? The Metascore for it is a 73. And maybe that's why they're not out here advertising Killzone as a franchise, right? Like you got to wonder, has Killzone ever done really big numbers for reviews? And I don't think it has, other than Killzone 2, which was a 91 on Metacritic. Outside of that, Killzone has never really, you know, been a huge, you know, a success. Killzone 3, 84 on Metacritic, but overall Killzone 2 is the highest rated Killzone game, and it rates out of 91, which is exceptional. So, you know, after Shadowfall getting a 73, probably not selling that well, comparatively speaking, maybe that's why they took a step away from it, and maybe that's why they're not mentioning it at the moment, but I could see them coming back to it down the road. But I guess this is all just speculation, truthfully, so it's not really any technical hard evidence that this is the case. So take that as you will. Now, I'm going to pass this on to you guys, and I want to ask you, number one, what do you think of Project Athia? Are you excited for it? What do you expect from it? How do you feel about it being a 2-year exclusive to the PS5 platform and obviously PC? How do you feel about Gran Turismo 7 release date might be changing, you know, going from 2021 first half release date to in development for PlayStation on their advertisement? Are you upset about it? Does it make sense? Tell me how you feel about that. And lastly, how do you feel about Killzone not getting the love that it deserves, at least for some people? Do you think that this could mean that they are stepping away from Killzone, or could this just be the way that they've constructed the website? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. You can also follow me on Twitch, where I do live stream games, in the description. And lastly, share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.